Welcome to Christmas from the North Pole, Christmas Countdown from Geek, Alabama. Join us every day during the Christmas season where we talk about stories from the North Pole and Santa Claus. And here to tell your stories is your host, Nathan Young. Welcome to the latest episode of Christmas from the North Pole, Christmas Countdown. So in today's little mini episode, we're going to talk about how the elves and Santa Claus and everybody living in the North Pole gets to eat. Because North Pole is very isolated in our planet, and it takes a long time to get there, and it's far away from any other major cities around the world. So, how do they eat? Well, most of the elves, they eat in a cafeteria-style setting, where they can pick the foods they want, eat the foods they want for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all the time. And the cafeteria is open 24/7. And there are some elves that are cooks. They're chefs. They're working in the cafeteria to feed everybody else, including Santa and Mrs. Santa. And these cooks get inspiration to cook dishes from what the elves like, and they get help from popular and very popular chefs from around the world and the military. Because, believe it or not, militaries around the world are very good at creating and making food for big crowds in a short amount of time in small kitchen spaces. So the elves that cook and the elf chefs, they get a lot of training from military cooks from around the world on how to cook things. And also, they get some popular chefs to help out every once in a while too. And these chefs, the military, they don't have to travel to the North Pole. They got internet, so Zoom classes is a must. But the elves, they like the same food we like here around the world. They like American, they like Mexican, and Italian, and French, and Chinese, and Japanese, and any type of food we like, they probably like too. And the elves, they have an appetite, because they're out there creating the toys every day for the kids around the world. And before they make toys, while they're making toys, and after their shift is done, They eat plenty of food, because they got a big appetite, and they burn it all off after making those toys every day. As for Santa and Mrs. Claus, sometimes they might go to the cafeteria and talk with the elves and the chefs there as well. But most of the time, they get the food delivered to their house. You've heard of Grubhub and DoorDash and all those. They don't have that up there, but they have an elf that will pick up food and deliver food to Santa and important guests that are staying in the North Pole temporarily. So yes, the elves, Santa, everybody living in the North Pole are well fed. They got plenty of great food choices throughout the year, and they like the food that the elf chefs make. Thank you all for watching or listening to this episode, and come back tomorrow for the latest episode of Christmas from the North Pole, Christmas Countdown. Thank you for listening to Christmas from the North Pole, Christmas Countdown. For more stories, articles, and podcasts, please log on to geekalabama.com.